Telling scary stories is as old as language itself, but haunted house attractions designed to frighten willing customers are relatively more modern. First popularized in 19th century England with Tussaud's gruesome wax museums, and later with French Grand Guignol Theatre. Scary carnival acts and trails of terror have featured in many horror films through the years as well, from King Kong and Freaks to Jordan Peele's Us, where a mirrored funhouse designed to frighten reveals a true horror lurking behind the reflections. We never forget our first experiences with dark rides, ghost trains, or haunted attractions. And when we see that depicted on screen, it takes us right back to a very familiar horror from within. I can still recall the thrill of watching Alfalfa and our gang trapped by accident inside a haunted house attraction for the first time, and wishing I could have that same experience, scary as it may be. These first clunky haunted houses rose in popularity in America during the Great Depression in the 1930s as a way to distract rowdy young vandals from their Halloween rampages, forever cementing the relationship of these ghost attractions with the All Hallows holiday season. These days you can find all sorts of slick, sick zombie runs, escape games, and extreme haunts during the month of October, thrilling thousands with their traumatic terrors and profiting greatly from our desire to be scared. My first ever dark ride was the Haunted Barrel Works, a traditional ghost train attraction in the Centerville Amusement Park on Toronto's Centre Island. Loud, gross jump scares and a bumpy ride. It was love at first sight. I must have rode that thing at least 20 times over my childhood years. There was some pirate stuff in there too that was very clearly inspired by the maker of the most famous dark rides of all time. In 1977, our father took my younger brother and I to Walt Disney World in Florida. It was a life-changing and very influential event for me. We had the full park experience on the first day, but on day 2, Dad said we could return to whatever rides were our favorites. And unsurprisingly, I chose the Haunted Mansion. They had me at the stretching paintings, but once I was in that first Doom buggy, I was hooked. I loved it so much I made everybody ride it over and over again. I was so enamored with that dark ride, I convinced my dad to buy me a huge rubber snake and a Dawn Post Phantom of the Opera rubber mask, and I became a horror fan for life. The Magic Kingdom version of the Haunted Mansion opened the year I was born, in 1971, and the cutting-edge technical marvels of the Disney Imagineers revolutionized and codified dark ride haunted attractions in pop culture history, inspiring so many since. I made my mother read to me about them from our giant Art of Walt Disney book for years. I wanted to hear about nothing but ghosts. This was my jam. I still get thrilled visiting haunted attractions with friends to this day, some with less enthusiasm than others. Clifton Hill in Niagara Falls, Canada is full of this classic experience. From the House of Frankenstein to the amazing Nightmares Fear Factory, these updated haunts still pack in the customers, going so far as to brag about how many terrified folks chicken out halfway. So it comes as no surprise that my latest retro cute horror comic book is about a haunted attraction called the FANG Factory, opening in the small fictional town of Elwich, Ontario. Volume 4 of Dwellings is entitled Being of Sound Mind and is available from Black Eye Books for pre-order now on Crowdfunder.